Yeah, now I'm looking at it, it looks dark. Ugh. Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel, and I literally need to leave in like 40 minutes to go wedding dress shopping, but I thought why not film a video? Today I'm finally following up on a YesStyle haul I made like a month and a half ago or something, and I am trying out just best-selling YesStyle makeup. So let me show you everything that I will be testing. So I have this Moonshot Micro Settingfit cushion, and this was the one that Blackpink's Lisa endorsed like a long time ago. I will also link my haul here. I talk a little bit more about these products there. I have the Saem Cover Perfection Tip Concealer, and I got mine in the shade 2, which I'm worried is a little dark for me, but we'll see today. This is the Rodin Too Cool for School Artclass shader, and it has like 3 different tones of bronzing and contouring. So here is what that product looks like. For blush and eyeshadow, I have this I'm Mime multi-cube, and this is in the pink variation called All About Pink, I think. So it has 4 eyeshadow shades here, and then a pink blush underneath it. And last item is a 3CE Velvet Lip Tint in the color Daffodil. Now, let me just run through those prices really quick before I forget. So I'm looking on my email order confirmation that lists everything I bought like in their prices, and I think I got a few discounts on these. So I don't know if these are the same prices anymore, but I'll have them all linked in the description box. This is the Moonshot Micro Setting Fit cushion, and this was $17.48. I'm looking at my computer if you see me looking that way. Secondly, I have this Too Cool for School Art Class shader, and that was $10.88. This concealer was $3.84. These are all like very affordable. This little multi-cube was $10.52, and this Velvet Lip Tint was also $10.52. Now, I know I could have bought like a cheaper lip tint. There are so many on YesStyle that are like $4, but I wanted to try 3CE in particular, and they're a little bit more of a pricier Korean brand. So let's clip my hair back and get started. Oh, I'm also actually finally wearing my little boba earrings that I bought off YesStyle then too. Like I literally just put them on because they were inside the bag with all this other stuff. Also, we'll have them linked below. I got this in the shade 201, by the way, which I don't think is the darkest shade. I think it corresponds to the shade 21, normally in Korean foundations. First, I'm just going to do one press like that and see how far that gets me. Wow. Okay, you know, this might be enough. I'm just gonna spot this all over my face. Dang. Wow, dang. Is it a little light for me? Yes. Yes, it is. The undertone of this, I would say, is very neutral. It's not that yellow, which in a lot of Korean like base products, they opt for a more neutral tone to like neutralize yellow instead of like matching the yellow. So yep, it's a little light, but it doesn't look stark or shocking or anything, at least in my opinion. All right, so here's like the final look of that cushion foundation. First impression on application, it is much better than the Nacific cushion foundation that I tried in my Stylovana haul. Yeah, that one was very bad. But this one, it has a very nice texture. It blends smoothly. It doesn't like dry down really fast, so I have some time to work with it. Like when I first used it, I put it in like the 3 main sectors of my face, and by the time I got to my forehead, it was still very like pliable. Not too dewy, but you know, I'm fine with that. I think like this whole dewy thing is only a thing among makeup people, because like when guys look at girls who are super dewy, or like when my sister sometimes looks at me and I'm a little dewy, she's like, oh, you look a little oily. Do you have some powder for that? So I'm fine with that. Next, I'm going to shade a little bit. So I think I might actually try to shade, as in contour, with this middle shade. I have my contour brush from Real Techniques, just the one with the short handle, and I'm just going to dip in the middle, and if it gets some of either side, that's fine too. I finally cleaned my brushes after about 2 months. I know. And I'm not like blending this up a lot. I'm mostly just placing it, and then I'll figure out the blending later. And then let me place it on the other side. Oh, I don't know if I mentioned, but I found these products by searching YesStyle for makeup and then sorting from best sellers. So whichever ones are like closest to the top that I was actually interested in trying, that's what I used. Let me also drag this along my jawline. Okay, let's actually do some swatches of these 3 different tones. So here is the light, the middle, and the far tone. Very, very subtle, even for my skin tone. So let's build it one more time. The light, middle, oh, okay, there we go. You can see the color better, and far side. Wow, who would have thunk actually that the middle shade is the darkest, like in the swatches. I just realized that I forgot to use my concealer. Maybe I was subconsciously forgetting to use it because I'm worried that it's too dark for me. That's definitely kind of dark. I'm just gonna test this on like a very purpley pimple that I have on my forehead. It's just one of those. So I just put a dot there, and it's actually kind of a big dot. Let me spread that one also to this blemish. I swear if this oxidizes, it's gonna look so bad. Oh, that's actually not that full coverage. Okay, so that matches my face well. Should I try putting this on my under eyes? Let's do it, let's test it. And this past month I've been on ICU, so my eyes look very tired because they are. And also I'm submitting my residency application this weekend for radiology residency. So that's also a stressful thing that I've been doing for the past month. And I've also been wedding planning, so that's also a stressful thing I've been doing for the past month. Hence are my under eye circles. You know, I'm not mad at that. Wow, that's not too dark. Please don't oxidize on me. I am gonna set my face. This is not a Korean product because I didn't buy just a plain setting powder, but I'm just gonna use my Flower Beauty Light Illusion powder to set my under eye and kind of the rest of my face because I'll be wearing a face mask today. And then later on, once I'm done with like the whole look, I will set my face with setting spray too. Okay, I put on a lot of powder. Maybe that was a lot. I look a little ghastly, so let me bronze a bit more. Just a little bit. Now let's take this brush and maybe try to shade my nose a little bit. I have a very, very two-dimensional flat face, flat nose, but we'll see if we can kind of add a little bit of shadow to it. Oh, that looks a little dirty. Whoopsie. Next, let's do blush. Now for the I'm Mimi Multi-Cube in All About Pink, All About Candy Pink, let's go in with this very like bubblegum cool pink blush. And I don't know how pigmented this is yet, so I'm just gonna tap it in first. Okay, it's like a whisper of color, nice. And I prefer a blush that's less pigmented than a blush that's too pigmented, as long as I can get some product on the brush, because it's really hard to take back a too pigmented blush. But this is nice, this is nice. I'm gonna keep my blush like very subtle like that. I'm not gonna build it up. Fight the urge that I always have to build up my blush till I look like a clown. Now let's just move on to my eyes. I have this little eyeshadow quad in the top half of this. So let's start with the transition tone. And I just set this light pink all over my eyelid to be a base. I realized I didn't prime my eyes with concealer or anything. That's okay, that's okay. That didn't show up at all, pretty much on my skin tone. Let's see if some of the other shades show up a bit better. I'm actually gonna try to go into the second shade, which is more of a little bit of a deeper pink with micro glitter, not my favorite kind of matte, but I'm gonna try to use that as a transition tone instead. Oh yeah, that shows up a little better, but it is leaving glitter all over my eyes. I don't know how much I like this eyeshadow formula, but you can see now that I have a base, so that's good. Next, let's go into this little bit of a deeper brown and put that on my outer corners. Wow, that's very light. Very light. Wow, that's kind of a little too light. I think I might walk out of this a little underwhelmed from the Korean eyeshadows yet again, referencing my Stylovana video. So I think we're getting from my using this and from what you're seeing and what I'm saying that this is something that is not going to give you like a dramatic, you know, smoky look or anything. It's mostly just going to be like a whisper of eyeshadow, which is pretty common, at least in my experience with the Korean brands. I know that 3CE eyeshadows are actually supposed to be like super pigmented and stuff, but at least with Chica and Chico and the I'm Mimi brand so far, I am not getting like too much pigment out of these. Okay, well, I think that it makes blending very easy because there are not going to be any harsh lines. Lastly, I'll take the shade number 4, which is a shimmer, and put that all over my lid. Ooh, that's actually quite soft. That's pretty good. Oh, no, it's cute. I'm gonna drag this tan along my lower lash line some more to add shadow down there. Is that better? Is it? Is it? And I'm just going to put some of the pink shimmer underneath my eyes as well. Unsurprising that the shimmer I like better because shimmers are easier to make. It's a little bit harder to mess up a shimmer. It's a cute little pink look. I feel like I worked harder for that than I should have though. All right, I just brushed on some eyelashes and eyebrows. Last thing is this lip tint. I didn't put any lip balm on today. Ooh, luckily I do have this one right next to me, which is the Klavu Nourishing Lip Care Sleeping Mask. It's the one I got from Stylovana. Tiny bit of that to moisturize my lips. All right, so for this, oh my, I just looked down at my hand and the concealer got that dark. Are my eyes do my under eyes look okay? Y'all let me know in the comments if they look like they got darker, because now that I saw this and then I'm looking at my eyes, I think they look dark. Yeah, now I'm looking at it, it looks dark. Ugh. After I finish filming this video, I might dab like a little bit of a correct color concealer under my eyes, but let's just keep on moving. This 3CE Velvet Lip Tint in the shade Daffodil. And this looks to be like a little rosy red, but not too like bright or neon. So I'm just gonna start with this. I say like it's delicious because the texture is very, very moussey. Super smooth, almost like a silicone-y feel. And I'm just gonna help smudge it in with my fingers. Oh yes, I love that. I love that. Immediately. So that is the color when I put like, y'all saw how much I put, just the tiniest amount. And I don't want to build it up more than that because for lip tints, I always apply them that way. Aw. Okay, wow. Let's review very quickly. From the top, I forgot to mention about this Moonshot palette. Well, I do like it. I do like it a lot. But I had said that it had kind of a demi matte, a soft matte finish. And I didn't mention that that is very uncommon in cushion foundations. I feel like a lot of the time the finish is very like dewy, glowy. But this one is not. I think it's nice to have that option as a cushion. This concealer, the formula was very like soft and creamy. Unfortunately, completely upon my shoulders, I got the wrong shade of this. It's just so hard to tell online. It looks fine on my forehead. There's not like a blotch of, you know, like this color on my forehead, but also my forehead's a little darker than like maybe the middle of my face. I don't know. Under my eyes though, it does look a little bit dark, so I will be brightening that with a different concealer once I'm done filming this video. For this Artclass by Rodin, the shades were like a little hard to build up, but this is like a impossible to mess up kind of bronzing powder. And that's also kind of the same way I feel about the I'm Mimi Multi-Cube blush. It's a very soft formula, which I like. It is matte. I know a lot of people don't really use matte blushes as much as they used to back in the day, but I can still appreciate a nice matte blush. This top part though with the eyeshadows, I am a little bit disappointed in. All in all, like my final eye look is gorgeous, if I say so myself. But y'all saw how much like building it took for me to get here, and pretty much this shade number 4 is carrying this entire team because I have that all over my eyes and that's the main color you're seeing. You're not really seeing that much of these other 2 shades. Or if you are seeing them, it's just like a whisper of what I thought these 2 would look like. I think actually the last thing already is the 3CE Velvet Lip Tint in the shade Daffodil. I love it. I live. Oh, I'm wearing colored contacts from Polly and Sea Honey, and these little clips I got for like less than $2 from Beauty by Jasmine Yin. And I also wanted to put on some like very pretty bridal nails today, but I just didn't have the time. I wanted to put on these. Look at that. Is that not the most like bridal looking nail set you've ever seen? And they're short nails. It has that shiny white cream ivory color. And then these other accent nails have purple pink floral detail, which I think would go great with my garden venue. So maybe these are my wedding nails. Tell me what y'all think. Should I wear nails that are like designed like this, or you think maybe just going for a classic French manicure is like better? But anyways, I'll link these in my description box too. I have a code with her and it's just Sally for 10% off your purchase, and I don't get any money from that. Oh geez, I'm just looking at this again. How did I let this happen? Well, those are all of my thoughts on these products. These are products that I've seen like a lot, like just in terms of Korean makeup. This 3CE lip tint, very popular. This is like the best-selling shading bronzing product. And cushion foundations, you never really know what is the best cushion foundation, but Moonshot is a very popular brand, and I just kind of wanted to try. This was a little bit more of a random pick, but it was very like a bestseller, so. I hope y'all have a great rest of your day. Remember that y'all are my treasure. Find the beauty in every day, but most importantly, be kind to yourself. I'll see you in my next video. Bye!